Mr. Nikhil Desai. Nikhil is an international speaker who has come all the way from India to help us become winners in today's competitive environment by developing the large resource of untapped human potential.
Okay, thank you. Yep. Thank you so much. A very good afternoon, my dear friends. They've assured me that the ceiling doesn't come down even if you shout out a good afternoon. So let's see if it works, right? Good afternoon. That was good, but we could make it better, right? Let's one last time. Good afternoon. Fantastic. You feel much better. And excellence is nothing but good energy. Would you agree with me that when you're very energetic during the day, you get excellent work done? Yes? So what I'm going to share with you over the next 45 minutes is not a lot of management jargon. I've done my MBA from the US, and if you want, I could speak to you for 4 hours or a full day on a lot of management theories about excellence. But what I'd like to do is to actually take you through a little introspection into your own lives as of today and see how can we achieve excellence for ourselves. Can we carry 1 or 2 points home with us after this presentation that we can actually use to make a difference? Would you be happy with that if you take 1 point with you today? Yes? Fantastic. Now, in order to achieve excellence, one of the most important things that I believe we must be doing is to be pretty good listeners. Do you agree with me that some of us are not good listeners sometimes? With some people? In some situations? Yes? So the first thing, if we're going to take value from this session, as well as achieve excellence in our lives, is to become better listeners. Is there a difference between hearing and listening? There is. Hearing is a physiological process. Supposing I do this, sound waves vibrate. All of you can listen to me or hear the sound because it's within the audible range of your ear. But listening requires effort. Listening is a conscious act. It's not passive. And do we listen only with our ears? We listen with something more, isn't it? Do we also listen with our eyes? And that is what we call non-verbal communication. And so much of excellence is missed because we don't catch the non-verbal communication of the person who is talking to us, whether it's a colleague, whether it's a boss, or whoever in the organization. We also listen with our heart, and that is what is called empathic listening. We've all heard of the word empathy. Empathy is putting yourself in the other person's shoes. And when we listen to another person with that empathy, we enter into their world, and when we enter into their world and they are into our world, that is when real communication takes place. Otherwise, my friends, the greatest illusion in communication is that communication is taking place when actually there is only exchange of some sounds, right? So, are we going to be good listeners today? Yep. All right, I'm going to make it very, very interactive. I know I can't ask you responses because your responses won't be heard by the entire team. But I would like you every time to either introspect in your own mind or when I tell you to share something quickly with your partner, do that. The second important thing is to ensure that we are present here not only physically but also mentally. And that's a challenge. There was one person who was doing some research on the mind. And I think if you want to achieve excellence, one of the key criteria is achieving mastery over this monkey called the